We are approaching Victorville. This is an experiment that I'm doing with the SKVV. It's the coal train that brings in coal for the CEMEX plant in Victorville. I'm on an IA train now, and I'm looking, as you see, I got a restricting coming up. I'm looking to see if I can make an AI train go in to the CEMEX facility and go around the loop and stop. So he's got to go restricted speed. I'm on the porch of an SD70 Ace. Okay, he's got a restricting, so it's only do 15 miles an hour. And we're going to go into this yard right up here that you see in the middle of the screen. And then we'll veer off to the left and then go into the loop, and hopefully we'll stop. We should stop, go around the loop and then stop because of the switch that we have thrown to enable our train to first enter the CEMEX facility. I won't throw it. If you throw it, then the train will still keep going because it's an AI train. I just spawned this train just east of Oro Grande on, I think it's main track 1, and he crossed over to the other track, the other main line, went past Oro Grande, and now we're coming into Victorville. Let's see what happens here. As I said, we should be going off to the left all the way up to the top of this ladder right here, then veer right and then left, and then go into the loop and come around. We should stop somewhere right here off to our left here, right over here. This is the loop right here that he's bringing the coal into. I lined this all up before I started my train up. Because usually when you spawn a train, it automatically, if it's running, it automatically goes to AI. So I didn't even start it. I lined myself in first, and then I went and started my train, got control of the train, and then proceeded on into Victorville. Okay, so far so good. Warren Van Ross, a gentleman I follow on YouTube, was doing a video on how to do a unit train, and he brought up, which is true, the fact that you spawn a train, it goes into AI mode automatically, and you pretty much have to babysit the train. If you spawn the train into like at Yermo and it's AI, you have to babysit that train until it gets to Victorville. This way, I'm thinking you don't have to do that. You can spawn the train in at Yermo and then just set the tracks. You'll still kind of have to babysit it, but not as much, because all you got to do then is, if the traffic's clear, you can cross him over like I did there just east of Oro Grande, and then he can take off, or just let him spawn in and at Yermo and then have him cross over there just east of Oro Grande, and then set the switches here so he'll go in to the loop like I'm doing. See, and our train is right over there. There's the tail end of our train right there. He's just now coming over through the signal into the control, the first control point, coming into Victorville. So now that switch that I did, we'll just fly over here real quick. Because this switch is thrown against the loop track, he should come around and stop right here, somewhere along here, until that loop track is, this switch here is thrown to enable him to move forward. I mean, you can just have him going around this loop and around and around if you wanted to, but I'm not going to do that. But when he stops, because this switch is thrown against him, then you can gain control of this train and then do what you want with it. So far so good. Here comes our tail end. He's coming into the control point there in Victorville. And as I say, because this is a manual switch, once our DPUs get by this switch, it'll stay thrown against our train or against the loop track, so he'll have no choice but to stop. Now what I'll do is I'll go in here, and as you see, here's Victorville. I'll throw this back because we're out of that control point now, and now the railroad or the dispatcher can do what they need to do in Victorville, because we've cleared our train. Okay, our DPUs are past this switch. Now he's coming around. We won't throw this switch. If you throw this switch, then the train will just keep going. He'll just keep going around in circles until you stop him, until you gain control. But he should stop here, somewhere along here, short of this switch right here, and clear so other trains can come in on this ladder right here. Okay, he's slowing down. We'll hop on here. Too far. Doesn't matter. He's about to stop anyhow. Now see, as I say, because this switch right here is thrown against him, he's stopping. He's slowing down. Now when we come to a stop, we can cut our DPUs off and run him over to this track over here, I think is where they keep the power for the unit trains. These tracks right here. And then we can pull forward a little more with our train. Won't be able to go too far. It really isn't a big deal, but isn't a big deal because we're pretty much clear. But see, he's stopping now. So this does work. I wouldn't attempt this in multiplayer, especially if you spawn your train in Yermo, because then you'd be holding up traffic for quite a while until he got clear of the control point here in Victorville, and that would take a good hour or so. But in single player, but even then you have to be aware of the traffic. But now see, he stopped. So he's stopped, and you can now gain control of this train. See, now it's our train. It's ours. So he'll stay stopped if he's an AI train, as long as I don't throw this switch. If I throw this switch, and he's just going to go around and around and around and around. So this does work. Okay. Thank you for watching. I hope this helps somebody. You can do this anywhere too, by the way, if it's a layout similar to this. I mean, if you need a train to go, you can do the XML files and stuff, but I find this to be an easier method for myself. Completely my own opinion. But this is just another option. Okay. Thank you for watching.